Hi guys, welcome back to Rice. It's been a month since my last video, and I've realised I think I need to do some more frequent content. So I thought it'd be a good way to do some unscripted, quick reviews of movies I literally watched in the cinema the day I recorded. So speaking of which, I just watched No Time to Die, and I thought it was really good. Before I get into the actual review, I just want to say that I've only watched the Daniel Craig Bond films, and I only first watched them this year to catch up before No Time to Die. But then COVID hit, and like most movies, it got delayed. So then after binge watching the series up until that point, I had to wait almost a year just to get back into the hype for No Time to Die. But when it came around to it this month, I was so excited to watch this movie. It feels like the cinema going experience is finally getting back into the flow of things. With movies such as The Suicide Squad, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and now No Time to Die, watching so many different movies back to back in IMAX is so fun. But anyway, let's get on to the actual film, because that's the topic of this video, and I want to keep it short, unscripted, just off the top of my head. So let's get into it. First off, the opening was incredible. It really sets the tone and the mood and the high stakes, and kicks off the movie with a brilliant bang. Then, the rest of the movie continues this. It doesn't peak at the start or dip in the middle too much, it's just a great experience all around. All the characters are interesting and fun and have a great dynamic between them. The villain, while not being the best out of Daniel Craig's Bond films, is still quite interesting, and Rami Malek plays him really well, of course. The directing is a highlight with some great cinematography and interesting camera work, and the lighting is just incredible. Almost every shot has its unique sense to it due to the lighting, and it just brings out such a personality that I think really just brings the film to life. There are so many just poster-worthy, wallpaper-worthy shots in there that I really want to watch it again on my TV, at home when it releases in digital, just to pause and look and bask in the beauty, because when you're in the cinema it's hard to just, oh, that's a good shot, because it moves on. But in IMAX especially though, saying that, it brings it to life even more because it's massive. So these brilliant colours and cinematography and the composition of all the elements in the frame and the action, it's just really great. So I don't know why I said I have to wait until I watch it on the TV to really get these shots, because I got them especially because of the big screen. I don't know, this is what happens when I don't have a script, but I kind of like it. It's like a podcast. But anyways, back to the film. I really like all the new characters. Like Ana de Armas' character was really funny, really great. She wasn't even in it for that long, but she was one of the highlights. I really like Lashana Lynch's character as the new 007. She works as a kind of like a different kind of 007 and a great way to work off of and play off of Daniel Craig's Bond. I like the dynamic. I like that it actually feels like a continuation and a sequel to Skyfall, Spectre, even Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, with characters like Jeffrey Wright's character, whose name I can't remember yet, remembering that they say his name a lot in the movie, just because when he's interacting with Bond and Bond's like, hey, name, still can't remember it. Okay, back on track. Anyway, characters like those who are returning from past films, like every film, like Jeffrey Wright's character, he's been in every single Daniel Craig Bond film, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Oh, he's not in Skyfall, is he? Okay, I can't remember. But I remember he was in Casino Royale, so he's been a through line throughout the series, and it's cool to see just the send-off for all these characters at the end and see how far they've come. It's just it feels like a really strong end and send-off. Which brings me on to the point of, this is the last Daniel Craig Bond film, and I think it does a great job of ending this era of Bond and leading into a new one possibly. Well, obviously they're going to do a new one, but I mean, it leaves the door open for new stories. It doesn't feel like a Bond is done forever. It feels like a Daniel Craig's Bond is done, because Daniel Craig is done. I don't know if this seems obvious, but it works, because this is a spoiler-free review. So if you want to watch the movie and you're listening to my thoughts to decide, if you are, thank you. I'm glad you trust my judgment on that. I don't think anyone's going to be doing that, but if you are, thanks. And I think you should watch it, because action's great, action's amazing. There's like a really good one take action sequence, which happens a lot nowadays, I think due to like John Wick popularizing it and making it the big thing of, oh, you can do a big long take and make it look cool. But it's actually quite subtle and low-key in this. It doesn't jump out. It took me midway through the scene I was like, wait a second, it hasn't cut. And like an actual surprise because I didn't realise. Not because the movie was like boring me and I wasn't paying attention, but because a lot of the time when a long take starts, you go, oh, there's the John Wick long take. I know John Wick started, but there's the John Wick 1917 long take. But in this, it actually kind of just worked and it was really impressive. All the action scenes are engaging from the start to the final fights and shootouts. It's just a really great action movie with great characters, great writing, great character interactions, great lighting and cinematography. Like I said, it's like a really great Hollywood, not Hollywood, because it's British, sorry, blockbuster action flick, but it feels like a great like piece of art, which is what I think film should be. But yeah, if I had to rate it, I think I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just because I think the villain was a bit lackluster. He was still good, but there could have been more for the final final Daniel Craig. I don't know. I like having these funny bits because there's no script. I don't know how funny it is. I think I'm more entertaining like this. I'm ending the video, sorry. The last Daniel Craig Bond villain, it feels a bit lackluster, but I think the focus is on MI6 and Bond and his supporting cast and characters returning from Skyfall, Spectre, Casino Royale. It doesn't feel like the villain was the focus, but he also works well as the villain. It doesn't feel like he's just shoved in for the purpose of having a villain. He works, he moves the plot well. So yeah, 4.5, 5, oh my gosh, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, next review will be Venom Let There Be Carnage, because that comes out next, I think. Then Eternals, and then, you know, if you could think of a film that's coming out that you think I might review, I probably will review it if it's like a big major release. Not everything that I watch in the cinema. Actually, no, not everything that releases in the cinema, but if you think it's like a big thing, I probably will review it. So if you're looking for someone's opinion before you go to watch something, look out for me, please. I think that'd be cool. So if you like this kind of content, you know, less scripted, shorter, possibly more funny, I don't know. I'm a bit awkward when I'm not scripted, so I think that's funny just to laugh at me. Anyway, give it a like, share with your friends, please subscribe, turn the notification bell on. I think this is what YouTubers have to say. I'm just trying out, you know, the usual things before people subscribe, and I don't really care anymore, but just to get off the beginning stages, I'm just gonna be like, do these things and subscribe and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. See you next time. Bye.